Chosen one, listen closely. Right now, in this very moment, something within you is stirring. You may not fully understand it yet, but a force far greater than any earthly circumstance is moving in your life. The old you, the one weighed down by doubt, hesitation, and fear, is gone. What you have endured, the trials that felt endless, the moments of silence and waiting, were never punishment. They were preparation. They were the sacred shaping of your spirit, molding you into the vessel that is destined to carry a new purpose. Can you feel it? The air around you is charged with possibility. Your heart has been quietly whispering. Your soul has been leaning into a higher call. And now the heavens themselves are orchestrating a shift. Doors that were once closed are beginning to tremble. Paths that seemed blocked are now aligning in divine order. And though you cannot yet see the full picture, the whispers of destiny are becoming louder, more persistent, more undeniable. This is your season of birthing. The emergence of a new you, fashioned by God's hand, refined through every moment of struggle, every tear shed in secret, every silent prayer whispered in the night. You may have wondered why the life you envisioned never came on time, why the dreams seemed delayed, why recognition seemed withheld, why your efforts felt unnoticed. The truth is, chosen one, you were never abandoned. God has been carefully pruning your spirit, preparing the soil of your heart, removing what no longer serves your highest purpose. And now that labor is complete, what once seemed like an ending is in fact the very beginning. But hear this birth will not be quiet. It will not be subtle. You will feel it ripple through your relationships, your opportunities, your very sense of self. The old you, the hesitant, doubting, constrained version of yourself has passed away. In its place, God is creating something radiant, something aligned, something unstoppable. And in this prophecy, you are not merely a participant, you are the focus. The heavens have declared it. This is your moment. Stay with me, chosen one. For in the next few moments, the voice of divine authority will speak directly to your spirit. You will understand not only what is coming, but why it has been meticulously prepared. The old is gone, and the new, you is being birthed. And what you are about to hear will ignite a hope so profound. It will transform the way you see yourself, your purpose, and your destiny. You may feel a stirring deep within, a gentle but undeniable pull, guiding you forward. That movement is not random. It is the voice of God, the unseen hand that has been orchestrating every detail of your journey. Every closed door, every season of waiting, every hardship you endured, it was all under the watchful eyes of heaven. There is a divine intelligence, a wisdom beyond comprehension, shaping your path, and it has now reached a pivotal point. This is not merely chance, and it is not coincidence. Every step you have taken, every tear you have shed, every moment of prayer and hope has been counted, recorded, and treasured. God sees your faith even when it felt invisible to the world. And now the same voice that whispered guidance through the quiet of the night is about to speak clearly, with a clarity that cannot be ignored. It is a voice that calls with authority, yet carries the warmth of a father who knows you intimately. Look back for a moment, not to dwell, but to recognize the invisible threads that have brought you here. Every challenge, every season of silence, every unanswered question was part of a divine blueprint. God's timing is perfect, even when ours is not. And the movement you are sensing now is the fulfillment of that divine timing. What seemed delayed was never denied. It was preserved. What seemed hidden was never lost. It was being refined. There is a sacred precision in the unfolding of your life. God's plan is never hurried yet. It is never late. The orchestration of your destiny involves more than what you can see, and it requires trust. a trust deeper than logic, stronger than fear, and more enduring than patience. The message being delivered to you now comes not from human reasoning, not from worldly counsel, but from the heart of heaven itself. It carries authority, love, and purpose. It demands attention, yet it offers peace. Feel the weight of this moment. This is the intersection of preparation and opportunity. The old patterns, old limitations, old identities are being left behind. What rises now is divine, authentic, and unstoppable. You are being invited into a covenant with your own potential, aligned perfectly with God's will. There is a sacredness in this invitation, an acknowledgement that you are not merely passing through life. You are being called to step into a reality that has been reserved exclusively for you. And as this voice continues to resonate, know this: the prophecy unfolding is not general. It is personal. It is tailored, exact, and intentional. God is not speaking to the masses here. It is to you in this moment as you listen, as your spirit leans forward, eager, yet cautious. The next revelation will illuminate the path, clearly revealing the divine events and blessings that await. And you will begin to understand why everything had to be exactly as it was. And now the moment you have been sensing the shift in the air, the stirring in your spirit is ready to be unveiled. A new reality is rising before you, one that you may have only glimpsed in dreams or felt in quiet prayers. The old self, the one confined by fear, doubt, and limitations, is fading. God is birthing something entirely new, something radiant and powerful within you. This is not metaphor alone. It is literal in its spiritual and emotional impact. Picture it: a light, warm yet blinding, emerging from within, pushing outward, dissolving the shadows of old fears and insecurities. The parts of you that felt small, unworthy, or unseen are being transformed into vessels of purpose and clarity. Every lesson you struggled to understand, every moment of despair that felt endless, every tear shed in silence, is now a seed sprouting into brilliance. What was once broken is being refined. What was once dormant is awakening. What was once hidden is now stepping into the fullness of divine revelation. You may feel this as an internal trembling, a vibration that rises from your core and radiates through every fiber of your being. It is as if your soul itself is stretching, shaking off the constraints of the past. This is the divine hand at work, reshaping your essence, molding it into a form that mirrors heaven's vision for you. You are becoming both the light that has been promised and the conduit for blessings that will flow through you to others. Expect change profound, unmistakable, and unmistakably personal. Opportunities that once seemed impossible will now align with a synchronicity that cannot be ignored. Relationships, doors, and situations that were once stagnant will suddenly move with purpose. You may even feel a sense of urgency, a compulsion to act, to step forward, to embrace what God has been preparing for your life. This is not fear. It is divine prompting. It is the unmistakable pressure of destiny calling you to rise. Yet this unveiling is not just external. It is deeply internal. God is reprogramming your thoughts, healing your memories, and awakening dormant gifts within you. The old doubts are being replaced with discernment. The old hesitation is being replaced with courage. The old despair is being replaced with unwavering hope. And as this unfolds, you will find that your spirit responds naturally to a new frequency, one of divine alignment, clarity, and resilience. There may be moments when the transformation feels overwhelming, even disorienting. That is to be expected. Birth is rarely gentle, and the birth of a new self, especially one divinely crafted, is both intense and beautiful. Trust the process. Every tremor, every surge of energy, every shifting perception is proof that God's hand is actively shaping your destiny. Listen carefully, for the signs are already around you. You may notice doors opening that once seemed locked. People may speak words that resonate more deeply than before. Unexpected guidance may appear almost as if the universe itself conspires to confirm what God has spoken. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations of a prophecy that has been in motion long before you were even aware of it. The message is clear. The old you is gone, and the new you is being birthed. This transformation will not wait for permission. It will not linger in half measures. It will come fully, powerfully, and unmistakably. And as it does, you will recognize that every season, every challenge, every moment of waiting was necessary to prepare you for this precise unveiling. This awakening you are experiencing is not merely a change in circumstance. It is a divine transformation of the soul. The old patterns, the old self, the old identity, all of it was necessary, yet it was never meant to last. Every trial, every season of silence, every closed door had a spiritual purpose to prepare you to step into a version of yourself that is greater than you ever imagined. What you are witnessing now is the culmination of those sacred seasons. Imagine your life as a garden. For years, seeds were sown in secret, buried beneath soil that seemed cold, unyielding, and dark. You could not see them. You could not feel their growth. Yet beneath the surface, unseen roots were developing, stretching, and strengthening. The storms that came were not destruction. They were pruning, clearing the weeds, ensuring that what would grow could grow tall, resilient, and vibrant. And now the rains are softening. The sun is rising, and the sprouts are breaking through the earth. This is your spiritual rebirth, a flowering of purpose that has been long awaited by heaven itself. Transformation, in its deepest sense, always carries duality. There is joy, yes, but there is also tension. There is excitement, but also the unearthing of what must be released. God is teaching you that growth is never passive. The old self clings to comfort, familiarity, and patterns that no longer serve your divine mission. But the new self demands courage, surrender, and a willingness to step into the unknown with faith as your guide. Every hesitation, every fear, every not yet is part of the refining process. Faith is central here, not the faith of wishful thinking, but the unwavering belief in a higher plan that you cannot yet fully see. Faith is the soil in which your new self takes root. It allows you to trust the process even when your eyes see only shadows. It allows you to lean into God's timing, which is never early, never late, but always precise. And it is faith that transforms waiting into preparation, struggle into wisdom, and doubt into discernment. Consider the storms you have faced. Every heartbreak, every loss, every moment of despair was not arbitrary. Each one carried a spiritual lesson, a hidden message that shaped your character, strengthened your resolve, and aligned your spirit with divine frequency. Just as gold is refined through fire, so too are you refined through the pressures of life. The pain you endured is the crucible in which your new identity has been forged. And now that identity is emerging fully formed, vibrant, and unstoppable. Timing is another divine principle at work. God's plan unfolds like a masterful symphony. Each note, each pause, each crescendo meticulously arranged. You may not have understood why certain seasons were necessary, why doors seemed closed, or why your prayers appeared delayed. But now, in this sacred hour, you begin to see the orchestration of destiny. The invisible hand of heaven has aligned everything perfectly, so that the unveiling of the new you occurs at exactly the right moment, in exactly the right way. Transformation is also about alignment, aligning your mind, heart, and spirit with the purpose God has designed for you. The old self often wandered, distracted by the illusions of the world, pulled in directions that led away from true destiny. But the new self walks with clarity, intentionality, and divine focus. It sees beyond the superficial, trusts beyond the obvious, and acts beyond fear. This is the spiritual depth of the prophecy. It is not simply about change. It is about awakening to your highest calling, stepping into a life that resonates fully with the divine plan. Doors, seasons, and storms are all symbols of this spiritual journey. The doors that open represent opportunity and divine favor. The seasons symbolize preparation and divine timing. The storms signify refining and growth. All of these elements combine to teach you that your journey is sacred, intentional, and perfectly designed to birth the person you are meant to become. Now feel it within you, the emerging clarity, the growing strength, the deep unshakable sense that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Your soul recognizes this moment because it has been waiting for it all along. And as this realization settles in, you understand that this prophecy is not just about what will happen. It is about what is already being revealed within you. The old you is gone, and the new you is being born fully aligned with heaven, fully empowered and fully ready to step into the destiny that awaits. You may have already begun to notice the subtle whispers of change around you. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that the prophecy unfolding within you is real and divinely timed. Pay close attention for heaven. Heaven often speaks in ways that are gentle yet undeniable. These signs are meant to anchor your faith and awaken your awareness to the reality of transformation. First, you might feel a renewed sense of clarity in your thoughts. Decisions that once seemed confusing or overwhelming now come with sudden insight. A path that felt clouded lifts, and you begin to understand what your next steps should be. This is a sign that your spirit is aligning with divine wisdom, a confirmation that God is guiding your mind as well as your heart. Second, you may notice moments of synchronicity, events that seem too perfectly timed to be random. Meetings, messages, or encounters appear at exactly the right moment, as if the universe itself conspires to lead you toward your destiny. These moments are subtle nudges, reminders that you are not navigating life alone. God is actively orchestrating circumstances to fulfill the prophecy of your transformation. Third, pay attention to emotional shifts. You may feel an unexpected surge of peace, joy, or courage, even amid challenges. These emotions are not fleeting. They are signals from God affirming that your spirit is resonating with the frequency of the new life being birthed within you. When your heart feels unusually light, your confidence grows and your faith deepens. Take it as a sign you are entering a new season. Fourth, physical and environmental cues may also appear. Perhaps you notice recurring symbols, birds in flight, rays of sunlight, breaking through clouds, or natural patterns that feel meaningful to you. These are spiritual markers, messages embedded in your daily life signaling that you are on the correct path. The universe is speaking in a language of signs, and your awareness of them confirms your readiness for what is coming. Fifth, relationships may shift in ways that reflect divine guidance. People who support, inspire, or challenge you in alignment with your growth may enter your life unexpectedly. Others who no longer resonate with your highest self may drift away. These relational shifts are not losses, they are confirmations. They indicate that God is clearing space for your transformation, surrounding you with those who align with your new identity. Lastly, you may sense an inner urgency, a calling that cannot be ignored. A quiet voice nudges you to act, to step forward, or to embrace change. This is the whisper of destiny, the unmistakable confirmation that God is actively inviting you into the next chapter of your life. He is preparing you not only to receive blessings, but to embody them fully. As these signs appear, some subtle, some undeniable, recognize them as confirmations. Each one is a divine fingerprint on your journey, proof that the prophecy is moving from vision to reality. The old you is fading and the new you is emerging. guided by unseen hands, affirmed by visible signs, and sealed by the wisdom of heaven itself. Even as the signs of transformation appear, it is important to understand that every journey toward a new self includes unseen challenges. These obstacles are not punishments or failures. They are tests designed to refine your spirit, strengthen your resolve, and deepen your faith. The road to the new you will not always feel easy, but it is precisely in these moments that divine growth takes place. You may encounter moments of doubt where fear whispers that change is impossible, that the old patterns are too deeply rooted to be overcome. These are not signs of weakness, they are invitations to lean harder into God's strength. When hesitation rises, remember that every season of waiting, every trial you have faced, has prepared you for this exact point. The challenge itself is proof that you are stepping into something far greater than you have ever known. Resistance may come from external sources as well. People, circumstances, or environments may appear to slow your progress or test your patience. These are not random, they are part of the spiritual calibration of your journey. God allows these challenges to teach discernment, to strengthen your boundaries, and to ensure that you walk fully in alignment with the path intended for you. Internal struggles may surface too. Old fears, lingering insecurities, and self-doubt can rise unexpectedly, even as you experience growth and signs of confirmation. This is a natural part of transformation. The old you is not fully gone yet. It leaves traces behind, as any birth process leaves remnants of what once was. Each moment of internal conflict is an opportunity to release surrender and step further into the fullness of your new identity. Patience and endurance are your allies. God does not call you to perfection, but to perseverance. Every test, no matter how small or daunting, is a divine invitation to deepen your faith, to cultivate resilience, and to embrace the unfolding of destiny. The struggles you face now are not a derailment. They are the very soil from which the new you will emerge, stronger, wiser, and more empowered than ever. Remember, these hidden challenges are often invisible to others. The world may not recognize the spiritual labor occurring within you, but God does. Every moment of struggle, every act of trust in the face of uncertainty, every silent prayer is acknowledged. And as you persist, you are being prepared not only to receive blessings, but to sustain them, embody them, and radiate them outward in alignment with heaven's plan. Take heart. The difficulties you encounter are sacred. They are the refining fire, the crucible that shapes the diamond, the pressure that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. Endure them with faith and know that each step through adversity brings you closer to the new, radiant, unstoppable version of yourself that God is birthing. As the new you rises, there are specific steps you must take to align fully with this divine transformation. God does not merely announce change. He invites participation, sacred action, and intentional preparation. The journey requires both faith and effort, a willingness to engage with heaven's plan and to walk boldly into the unfolding destiny. First, cultivate stillness. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and endless demands, take time daily to quiet your mind and open your heart. This is not passive waiting. It is active preparation. In these moments of stillness, listen closely for the subtle whispers of guidance. God speaks most clearly to those who pause, who seek, and who position themselves to receive direction. Journaling, prayer, meditation, or even simple reflection can create a sacred space where clarity emerges and divine instruction becomes tangible. Second, release what no longer serves you. The old you fears, doubts, limiting beliefs, and toxic attachments must be let go to make room for the new. This may require confronting uncomfortable truths or making difficult choices. Yet every release is a liberation, a clearing of space for the blessings that are coming. Consider it spiritual. Pruning, the branches that do not bear fruit are removed so that the roots and core of your spirit can grow stronger, healthier, and more vibrant. Third, embrace obedience in small things. Divine instruction often arrives in subtle, seemingly minor nudges. Responding faithfully to these small prompts is essential, for they build alignment with the larger movements of destiny. A kind word, a bold decision, a disciplined habit. These may appear inconsequential, but they are stepping stones that position you to receive greater revelations and greater opportunities. The sacred is always woven into the ordinary, and your responsiveness matters. Fourth, guard your heart and mind vigilantly. As the new you emerges, you may encounter influences that seek to divert, distract, or discourage you. Protect your thoughts and emotions by cultivating discernment, filtering what you allow in, and anchoring yourself in God's truth. Prayer, affirmation, and reflection are your armor, helping you to remain focused, grounded, and unwavering in purpose. Remember, preparation is not just about action. It is about internal alignment with the divine will. Fifth, step forward with courage. Transformation requires movement. Waiting alone does not birth the new you. Intentional steps of faith do, whether it is pursuing a calling, initiating a reconciliation, or making a bold decision aligned with your purpose. Move decisively. God's timing is perfect, but it is paired with your willingness to act when prompted. Hesitation may delay, but obedience accelerates the manifestation of divine promises. Sixth, engage in gratitude daily. Gratitude is a spiritual amplifier. Recognizing the blessings, lessons, and guidance already present in your life aligns you with God's abundance and signals readiness for the new. Begin and end each day with acknowledgement of the goodness already unfolding. Gratitude opens your heart, clarifies your vision, and strengthens your connection to the divine orchestration at work. Finally, hold steadfast in faith. There will be moments when the change feels slow, when doubts rise, or when the old self tries to reassert control. In these moments, remind yourself this is a sacred process, and every challenge is temporary. Trust in God's timing, lean into guidance, and persist with confidence. The steps you take today, small, consistent, and intentional, are laying the foundation for the full emergence of the new you. These instructions are not optional. They are sacred responsibilities. They are both a call to action and a pathway to empowerment. Each step positions you to receive divine favor, to embody the fullness of your destiny, and to step boldly into the transformation that God is orchestrating. As you step deeper into this season of transformation, know this: you are never alone. Invisible yet unshakable divine protection surrounds you. God's presence is like a fortress, unbreachable and constant, shielding your spirit from fear, doubt, and every force that seeks to hinder your purpose. This protection is not passive. It actively defends, guides, and upholds you through every twist, turn, and challenge of your journey. Picture a radiant light encircling you, an impenetrable aura of divine love and power. No harm can touch the essence of who you are becoming. Every step forward, every choice aligned with your calling, is safeguarded by the hand of heaven. Even when the path feels uncertain, even when storms arise, this divine shield holds firm, a constant reminder that you are chosen, preserved, and empowered to fulfill your destiny. You may notice subtle signs of this protection in your daily life. A sense of calm that descends in moments of chaos. Doors that seem closed to negativity and fear. Encounters that align perfectly, as if guided by unseen hands. These are not coincidences. They are divine markers, proof that you are held, supported, and watched over. Even when the world moves unpredictably, God's plan for your safety and growth is unwavering. Protection is paired with assurance, the deep, unshakable knowing that the trials you face are temporary, and that the blessings you are about to receive are permanent in their impact. You do not need to fear the unknown, for every step is illuminated by divine wisdom. The old self, the old struggles, the old doubts, all are accounted for. transformed and redeemed through this sacred guidance. Let this assurance settle into your spirit. Feel the tension release, the worry fade, and the quiet confidence grow. You are being cradled by a love that transcends understanding, a presence that never falters. God is not only watching over you, He is moving on your behalf, orchestrating circumstances, preparing allies, and clearing the way for your emergence. Even in moments of apparent delay, remember, protection does not always mean absence of challenge. Sometimes it is the invisible hand that prevents harm, redirects danger, or strengthens your resilience in ways unseen. Trust that every experience, every subtle intervention is part of the divine scaffolding, supporting your transformation. So step forward boldly, knowing that you are embraced, shielded, and sustained. The new you is coming, and every layer of protection ensures that your journey toward fulfillment will be secure, guided, and blessed. You are not walking alone. You are never alone. Now imagine the full emergence of the new you the self God has been crafting in secret, shaping through every trial, every tear, every season of silence. This is more than change. It is a rebirth of spirit, mind, and purpose. The old fears no longer hold sway. Doubts dissolve in the light of clarity. Hesitation gives way to decisive action, and the weight of the past is replaced by wings of possibility. You are stepping fully into your divine identity, and it feels unstoppable. The transformation is both internal and external. Within, your heart beats with confidence, your mind thinks with clarity, and your soul resonates with an unshakable sense of destiny. Your emotions are no longer captive to uncertainty. Joy, peace, and hope flow freely, anchored by the knowledge that every moment has been divinely guided. Externally, your life begins to reflect this inner renewal. Opportunities align with precision, relationships deepen with authenticity, and doors that once seemed closed now open effortlessly, revealing pathways that lead to fulfillment. Feel the exhilaration of standing in your own power. This is a self shaped by divine hands, refined through fire, polished through patience, and strengthened through endurance. The new you embodies courage without arrogance, love without fear, and faith without doubt. Every action you take carries the energy of purpose. Every word you speak resonates with truth. The transformation is not subtle. It radiates, impacting everyone and everything around you. Those who encounter you feel the shift, sensing a light that was once hidden, now shining brilliantly. The fulfillment you experience is not merely personal. It is sacred and expansive. You are stepping into a destiny that influences others, a calling that inspires, uplifts, and guides. Your journey becomes testimony, a living proof that God's timing is perfect, that preparation is essential, and that transformation is both possible and inevitable for those who trust. You will look back on the old self with gratitude, recognizing that every struggle was a stepping stone to this magnificent emergence. Emotionally, the impact is profound. You may feel waves of gratitude, awe, and wonder as you realize the magnitude of what has been birthed within you. There is a lightness of being, a sense of alignment, and a joy so deep it seems to overflow into every aspect of life. Spiritually, you experience a connection to God that is more intimate, more direct, and more empowering than ever before. The new you is not only alive, it is awake, aware, and attuned to the higher purpose that has always awaited you. Let this transformation settle into every part of your being. Allow yourself to walk forward with confidence, knowing that the old patterns, the old doubts, and the old fears have served their purpose and are now replaced with something enduring and extraordinary. The fulfillment you feel is the natural result of alignment, preparation, and divine intervention. You are living proof that heaven's promises are real, personal, and timeless. Step boldly into this moment, fully embracing your new self. The birth of this you is the fulfillment of prophecy, a sacred unveiling, and the dawn of a season that will ripple through your life with blessings, clarity, and divine purpose. This is not just your transformation, it is your triumph. Now let these words settle deep within your spirit, carrying the truth of what has been revealed. Speak them aloud or hold them silently in your heart. They are not mere statements. They are declarations of identity, faith, and destiny. Repeat them daily and allow them to anchor the new you. Affirmation 1. I am fully aligned with God's purpose for my life. Feel it resonate in every thought, every action, every choice you make. Let it guide you in clarity and conviction. Affirmation 2. I release the old self and embrace the new with courage and faith. Every fear, every doubt, every limitation of the past dissolves in the light of this truth. You are no longer bound by yesterday. You are free to soar. Affirmation. I trust in divine timing and walk boldly into my destiny. Even when the path is unseen, even when challenges arise, your trust in God creates a foundation that cannot be shaken. Affirmation 4. I am protected, guided, and empowered by heaven in all I do. Let this assurance fill your soul with peace. You are never alone. Every step is watched, every step is directed, and every step carries the fingerprints of divine love. Now receive this blessing as a seal upon your spirit. May the hand of God illuminate your path, strengthen your courage, and fill your heart with unshakable joy. May every door open in perfect timing, every opportunity align with your divine calling, and every blessing manifest in abundance. May your spirit rise with confidence, your mind be filled with wisdom, and your soul resonate with the eternal truth that you are chosen, cherished, and unstoppable. Walk forward with faith. Walk forward with hope. Walk forward knowing that the old you is gone and the new you has been birthed, radiant and aligned with heaven's plan. The transformation is complete, yet it is only the beginning of a journey that will touch lives, inspire hearts, and fulfill the destiny written uniquely for you. As you carry these words into your day, remember this prophecy is alive within you. Let it guide your steps, fuel your faith, and remind you at every moment that you are not ordinary. You are chosen, you are empowered, and you are being revealed exactly as heaven intended.